Here's how you get ahead of 99% of people in 2023 by focusing these three things. After you finish this video, you will learn not only what these three things are, but actually get an understanding on how to achieve them as well. I've personally consulted over 1,000 people in the last year, ranging from 18 years old all the way to 74. And I've boiled down, the three main areas that you should not neglect if you want to have an incredible year. And every time somebody came to me feeling unhappy or unfulfilled, it was always because of these three things, or could be all three of them, or could just be one, were out of harmony. Whether they lacked, a little bit here, a little bit there, it was always around these three things. And the moment that they fix these three things, their happiness significantly improved. Right? And I call it the happy trinity. If you want to master these three areas and focus on them, you will become more successful and happy than 99% of people in the next 6 to 12 months if you really, really focus on it. So let's start with the first one. The first one is health. I believe this should be at the core of all your priorities. I don't think you can live an incredible life or even have a great year if your health is below average or it's out of order. Most of the time, the reason why you don't feel good physically or even mentally is because your body is not working properly, right? And in today's society, everyone wants a nice vehicle that they can drive, but the most important vehicle of all that I see, getting neglected tends to be our bodies, right? So the amount of people that I've met who had also lots of money and all the nice things in life usually weren't happy because their health was out of order. And to be quite honest, health isn't just something you can just buy. You still have to put in effort no matter what you do, okay? Now, I'm not telling you to run a marathon every day or to become a gym junkie, but I am definitely recommending you to incorporate any sort of exercise into your daily routine. Whether it's going to the gym for 30 minutes or doing a quick yoga session or even just walking for 30 minutes. Some exercise is significantly better than no exercise. And just kind of give you guys an idea, a study done by the National Institute of Health says that for every 2,000 steps, risk of heart disease, premature death, all that stuff decreases by 10%, peaking at 10,000 steps per day. Additionally, a little under 10,000 steps a day can also drop the risk of dementia by 50%. So, back to what I was saying. Some exercise is better than none. However, it doesn't just end with exercise either, because most of our health problems actually come from the things that we eat. The things that you consume, you take into your body, becomes your skin, your organs, your bones, your eyes, hair, muscle, etc. You guys get the picture. So if you're eating junk and processed food all the time, how do you expect your body to be functioning at its best? Now, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer, so you do your own research there. There's tons of free resources online, and you just gotta look for yourself. I'm just here to tell you that if you were to lose everything tomorrow, your relationship, your job, your life, family members, whatever, right? All your belongings, the only thing that will be there with you, right? That's left there with you is your health. And whether it's in good shape or bad shape, it's totally your responsibility. So if you want to get ahead of 99% of people this year, begin with your health. Once it is in order, keeping up is so much easier than catching up, right? And here's how you can put this pillar into action. Let me give you guys something that's actionable. You can do it by asking yourself 3 important questions. Number 1, what areas of health can I improve this year? Example, exercise, nutrition, whatever. Second question, how much better would I feel this year if I were to achieve better health, right? Mentally, physically. Imagine what would that feel like? And the third question is, what actions do I need to take in order to make this happen? Pillar number 2, wealth and purpose. They go hand in hand. I've talked to a lot of people in the past year about this pillar, and it's an important one because, in an age of so much information, the majority of us still feel so lost. And when we are lost, we don't know what to do and we don't have purpose. And most of the time, it can result in a lack of wealth and finances. Many of you last year were probably stressed about finances, right? Don't let that happen again this year. And I gotta say, I've also met people who also had the wealth, but lacked fulfillment and purpose. But today, I'm here to tell you that you can have both. But let me tell you, it will not come easy, because in order to find something that gives you both, gives you both purpose and wealth, you got to do a lot of discovery on yourself, meaning you got to try a lot of things. also meaning you got to do a lot of things that you don't like in order to find something that you do. And if last year was something, if last year was a year where you felt like you weren't as fulfilled and felt like there was more, but you just didn't know how to achieve it, the formula that I'm about to share with you will help you with that. Now, this formula actually comes from the Japanese. They call it Ikigai. It means the reason for being. And essentially, it's their formula on how to find a purpose that not only fills you up, but actually increases your wealth financially as well, right? And there's 4 parts to this formula. If you can get all of them to connect, you will be able to find your Ikigai. Here are the 4 parts you need in order to create your Ikigai. If you're gonna pursue something, make sure, number 1, that it's something that you love. Number 2, make sure it's something that you're good at. Number 3, make sure it's something that you can get paid for. Number 4, make sure it's something the world actually needs, right? And let me put it in question form so that actually you can take action on this. So number 1, ask yourself, what's something that I like to do? Number 2 is what's something that I'm actually good at? Number 3, what's something I can get paid for? And number 4, what's something that the world needs? And use this method to find your wealth pillar. If you're not writing this down, you probably should. But anyways, now I must say, not all roads that lead to wealth are something that you like, you're passionate about. In fact, most of the time, the recipe to success and wealth is just doing the boring things over and over again. And then you learn to love it because you get better at it. Do not fall into the passion trap, please. If there's a one-liner that I'd end this pillar with, is that sometimes you don't find passion, you build it. So get your money up in 2023 and learn how to attach a purpose to it. If you can do that, even better. Pillar number 3, relationships. Now look, I've saved this one for the last because I genuinely feel like it's the easiest to build. In order to get ahead of 99% people and be happy, health is a necessity. Wealth and purpose is what keeps you funded, and relationships are the people that you want to share the first 2 with. Now, I'm not saying you can't build relationships when you're broke and unhealthy. I'm just saying it's just so much easier when you are healthy, right? And you have your finances in control. Most of the time, broke and unhealthy people will just attract other broke and unhealthy people. That's a fact. It will just be a party of people who lack purpose. But now let's just say you already have the first 2 pillars in order and you want to get ahead of 99% people in this area. There are really 2 options you can do in order to improve your relationships. Number 1 is nurture already existing relationships that you already have, okay? Number 2 is building new relationships. There's no right or wrong. You just got to take an audit of what your relationship circle looks like right now and see what you want, see what you need. Do you need to build more depth in the relationships that you already have? Or do you need to build more width and create more relationships and add more into your network? The way to actually do this is actually the same for both, right? If you want to add more depth to the relationships that you already have, the most important question you can actually ask yourself is, number 1, how can I provide more value to this relationship that I already have, right? In order to build any depth, it is always about giving. If you're thinking about what can I get all the time, you have your mindset backwards and will never build genuine connections that way, And this question, like I told you earlier, this principle applies to building new relationships as well, right? When you build somebody, when you meet somebody new that you want to connect, always think about how you can provide, value to their lives. Ask yourself, how can I make this person's life better, right? And I promise you that if you operate out of giving versus taking, you will receive it all back tenfold in one way or another. So let's do a quick summary on how you can get ahead of 99% people by following the happy trinity. The first pillar is health. If your health is in shambles, no amount of money or relationship can give you that energy back. You cannot buy health, right? If you want to be the best that you can for yourself or you can be for others, health is not an option, it's a duty. Pillar number 2, wealth. Wealth and purpose. In order to get ahead of 99% of people, you have to get yourself out of poverty and financial problems. You cannot live a great life if you're worrying about money all the time. If you can learn how to achieve wealth with purpose, then you're already in the top 1% of the world, right? Use the Ikigai method and brainstorm on how you can achieve this. But remember, wealth and purpose is not found, it is built. And last but not least, relationships. Pillar number 3, figure out where you are in your life right now with your relationships. You have 2 options. Number 1, you can nurture and build the relationships that you already have, or you can build more with and create more relationships and add it to your roster. Universal question that you need to ask yourself to achieve this is, number one, how can I provide more value to the relationships that I already have, or the ones I would like to have? These are all the things I would look at in order to get myself ahead of 99% of people in 2023. Understand that everyone is different. Health might be the pillar you want to work on this year. It can be wealth and purpose, or perhaps even relationships. Maybe it's two of these things, or even all three of them. What matters most is you pick one and get started on it until it is easily maintained. And then once you're there, then move on to the next one. You don't have to do it by yourself either. Remember, there's tons of free advice and guidance online. You just gotta pick your lane. If you keep your head down and focus on these things with zero distractions over the next 6 months, or even to 12 months, I guarantee you that you will be happier than ever and become a part of the 1% of humans that are living their highest potential. I hope this video was helpful. Comment below which pillar you'll be working on this year or you would like to be working on, and hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. See ya.